Hey everybody, and welcome to another review on my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Disney Up BrickHeadz. This is set number 4052, it comes with 308 pieces and is recommended for ages 10 and up. And we're going to start by taking a look at Russell first. And I do like the overall look and design of this BrickHead as a whole. You can see that there is some really nice printed detail on the front chest plate of Russell, and of course he is also rocking those iconic BrickHead eyes. And as we start to make our way around to the side of Russell here, you can see that there is some relatively good brick built detail here. And I especially like the design of the hat the character wears. I feel like its shape is pretty accurate and it fits the overall design of the character well. Making our way around to the back of the BrickHead, you can see that there is some detail found on the back here. There is a telescope, a frying pan, and even a flag that Russell is carrying on his back. And while I do like this detail, I personally would have liked to have seen a brick-built backpack that was abnormally large, that also had some of these details on it. You can also see that when compared to other BrickHeads, Russell is a little bit more on the smaller side, which to me makes sense because technically Russell is a child, so he should be a little bit smaller than the typical BrickHead. And like I said, I do like the overall look and design of this BrickHead, but I really wish he had a brick-built backpack. I feel like that one little extra detail would have made this BrickHead a lot better in my personal opinion. The next BrickHead we're going to be taking a look at is Carl. And just like with Russell, I do feel like this BrickHead does have a rather solid design. You can see that he is wearing his abnormally large glasses, which is pretty accurate to the character's design, and I think it fits the theme of the character very well. Carl also has a circular piece found on the front of his jacket there that has some printed detail meant to represent the grape soda pen that he gets in the movie. Making our way around to the side of the character, you can see that there is a black piece meant to represent the frame of the character's glasses. And I do wish this piece looked a little bit more connected to the frame of the glasses, but it's not necessarily a huge deal to me. Another design choice that I personally find to be a little bit strange is if we look towards the center of the back of Carl's head, you can see that there is a singular studded piece, and I personally think this would have looked a lot better if it was completely tiled off. You'll have to let me know what you think of that design choice in the comments below. And as we start to make our way back to the front of Carl here, you can see that he does come with a brick-built cane as well, and I do like the detail of having the greenish yellow stud pieces at the bottom of the cane meant to represent the tennis balls. But like I said, even with some minor complaints, I still feel like this is a pretty respectable BrickHead, and I think LEGO did a good job with him. Now on to the most important character that comes in this set, Kevin. And while Kevin cannot be created in the traditional BrickHead style that Carl and Russell can be, I still think Kevin looks pretty good for what he is, which is a really colorful bird. Speaking of the colors, I feel like Kevin has some pretty good color throughout the build that is pretty accurately represented in the movie. I do like how LEGO was able to pull off the character's beak and how it is multicolored, and as we start to make our way around to the side of Kevin here, you can see that there is some pretty good color found on the wings of the bird as well. Really, the only part of this BrickHead that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of is the back of Kevin here. While I do like the variety in color, I do feel like it looks a little awkward with the different use of studded pieces. I do like the brick-built detail that is on top of Kevin's head that is meant to represent his hair or feathers. I'm not real sure, but it's absolutely gorgeous. As well as his really big eyes, that kind of gives him that blank stare, which I just absolutely love. And while this BrickHead isn't completely perfect, I still think LEGO did a pretty respectable job trying to represent the character in this brick-built form. And believe it or not, Kevin does come with a little bit of articulation. You can take the head of the bird and rotate it side to side, which I do think is a rather nice inclusion for display purposes. Each of the 3 BrickHeads that come in the set come with their own separate instruction manual. So if you have some friends or family that want to build along, you have that option, which I always appreciate. The LEGO Up BrickHeads retail for $19.99, which I do feel like is a rather fair value for what you're getting. You get 3 pretty good looking BrickHeads from an iconic Disney movie, and I do think that if you're a fan of the film, I think you're going to absolutely love these BrickHeads. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more LEGO reviews in the future.